Hello, everyone, and welcome to What Game Next. My name is Ryan. Today is Tuesday, and that means Flesh and Blood. I've been running all over the house trying to get the cards at the last second put together. I'm going to be playing Oldhim tonight, and I believe pairings are already up. So I'm going to drop down to here. Let me find my table real quick here, and then we will just jump right into the game. Here. So I'm playing Oldhim.
All right, this is going to be very experimental.
Very, very experimental.
Oh boy, I should have cracked some Welcome to Wraith so I could grab a couple of what's the one that blocks for 8? The
The
big
blocks for 8.
Yeah, that defense reaction. What is it? It's not Rally the Rear Guard. What is that one?
And Roomblade can use it.
Yeah, it's the generic defense reaction. Let me pull it up.
Oh, and Welcome to Wraith. Oh, you mean Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah, there we
my
go.
head was in Tales of Aria, and I was like, "There's no generic defense reactions in Tales of Aria."
Not yet. Oh goodness. All right. Unfortunately for me, I have not cracked Welcome to Wraith yet, so we're not quite there. We'll figure this out.
Ah, I mean, if that's the only thing you're after, you're probably better off just getting some singles.
Yeah, that's true, but I like the experience. Usually do it with friends.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see here. Hmm.
My whole deck was in order from I put it together last night, sorted everything, and figured out what I wanted to build.
Have you enjoyed Tales of Aria so far?
So far, yeah, I did the preview event at the Calling in Vegas, and then Um, I did a draft there, and then this last weekend I did 4 pre-releases.
Wow, man. I wish our area was that busy.
Yeah, and there's even a because it releases this weekend. I think there's 2 different stores doing like sealed or draft this for this weekend.
I haven't tried draft yet. Sealed is a lot of fun. Um,
Sealed is a lot of fun.
so
The draft is really interesting. Everybody I think is still just trying to figure out how that all works. Because Tales of Aria draft is way different than like Monarch draft.
where is number 3?
But have you
There
got?
we
Did
go.
you get to do
First
any of the
card.
pre-releases or?
No, not yet. I am actually working on. Actually, you know what? I think there's only 2 in the deck, so I'll have to swap out one of these. I'm actually working on the local community, and I have a. Let me just grab that real quick. I have a box worth of starter decks that I've been making
Oh, that's awesome.
to hand out to people
Oh,
in my local community, and I just haven't gotten that time together yet.
what area are you in?
I'm all the way up in Maine.
Okay. Well, if anybody's watching and they're from Maine, look out,
Absolutely, I'd love that. Get this train rolling.
right? And the game's so good.
Thing.
All right,
I have loved it.
yeah, I've been having a really good time. So I did not pull a shield. So, well, I mean, I have the Rotten Buckler, but
Oh
I'm not
no.
playing that. So I'm running Oldhim with Anathos.
Okay, okay. I leading up to Tales of Aria, as we kind of like saw previews. I have been so jealous that guardians get a shield that they can reuse.
Right?
If this goes well, I might have to consider trying out Oldhim or anybody that can run a shield.
Yeah, because since it's a regular, just a guardian thing, even Bravo can use it, which is really cool.
Right now I'm running Bravo in Blitz, just a very basic, like almost all commons build. That's kind of like the intro to here's how we play the game deck that I've been using, and it's gone pretty well so far.
Yeah,
I
he's good
might
in
just
Blitz
slot
just
in
because
here.
he has those giant attacks, right?
Oh my goodness, they're really difficult to block.
All right, so do we want to high roll?
Yeah, let's go for it. 2d6.
Yep, I got a 6.
I've got a 4. You go ahead, choose.
All right, I'm gonna go first.
You got it.
And good luck.
Good luck. Have fun. Let's see what
Yep.
it takes us.
Oh wow. Um, no, we're good. Okay, I am going to. Which one do I want to pitch here? I'm gonna pitch, activate Titanic, create a seismic surge token, and then that leaves me 2 floating, and then I'm gonna pitch rouse and swing with Thanatos for 4.
All right. No go again.
No go again.
Interesting, interesting. So now I have to choose what don't I want to play.
Right.
Hmm. How intriguing. Pardon me while I do some math here.
It's fine.
First turn math. All right. Yeah, I think we'll block for 3 with the yellow whispers. Any attack reactions?
Nope. Pass.
And I'll pass on defense reactions. I will take one.
Okay, take 1.
First blood.
Yep. And then I'm gonna arsenal a card. Bottom these 2. And we're off.
I'll draw up second turn privilege. There we go. And I guess the math kind of works out. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right, I'm gonna play a red Whisper of the Oracle.
Okay.
I'm gonna opt for and go again. Okay. You can go to the bottom. Hmm. I think I like where this takes me next turn, so I'll go ahead and leave those on top. And I'll put this one on the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will go ahead and
Using the scythe too. That's interesting.
pay. Oh yeah, entirely a style choice. Nothing advantageous about it. Just I'm over here for aesthetics. I'm gonna activate Grasp of the Arknight. I can pay 2 to create a rune chant.
Yep.
And it costs 1 more for each rune chant I control. Costs 0 currently. So we're gonna pay 3, and we'll have 1 floating.
Yep.
We have 1 rune chant, and after that, I will go ahead and play a red Oath of the Arknight. It costs 2, so I will pitch this red meet and greet to satisfy that cost. My next rune blade attack this turn will gain +3. I'll create a rune chant, and Viscerai will also trigger.
Right.
From seeing a rune blade card after a non-attack action. I have go again, but I'm going to go ahead and pass there on 3 rune chants.
You got it.
Clean up and pass it back to you.
Okay, this is going to be fun. So first thing happens is seismic pops.
What does seismic do, by the way?
Basically, it's just an aura that when it blows up at the beginning of my turn and it makes my first guardian attack action cost 1 less.
Ooh, nice.
For each one that I have, which right now I only have 1. So, all right. So we're gonna start with Winter's Bite out of my arsenal. Target hero discards a card unless they pay 3. Go again.
Oh, how curious. 3 in hand then?
4 in hand. That was for my arsenal.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That is very interesting. Do I want to discard a card? Probably not.
But paying 3 could be worse if like you had a bunch of reds.
This is true. This is the conundrum. I only have 1 blue, and I kind of want to keep it. I mean, yeah, I think it's probably worth doing that. Interestingly enough, I can probably slow roll. Yeah, let's do that. This is a very strange play, and at some point I'll probably have to try and shuffle my deck, but yeah, I'll pay 3 by paying 2 yellows, and I'll have 1 floating. That's
Okay.
2 Runeblood barriers.
You got it. And then I have go again, so I'm going to pitch, activate Tectonic to create another Seismic Surge token. Do I have another one of those?
Right up.
So 1 for next turn, and then I'm going to play Glacial Footsteps for 5 because of the Seismic Surge token. Fusing it with a blue Winter's Bite. So it's 10
Ooh.
Dominate.
Okay. Any on-hit effects?
Nope, just a lot of damage. That's the main hit effect.
That's fair. Brutal honesty, brutal damage. Okay. I will pass my defense step. Any attack reactions?
Nope.
Okay. I will defense react with a red reduced to rune chant. Costs 1, -1 for each rune chant I control. So it's
You
0.
got it.
Create a rune chant, and I'm blocking for 4, so I'm still going to take 6 if
That's
you have
right.
no other attack reactions.
Nope.
I'll go down to 33.
Okay, and then I will arsenal my last card.
Very thrilling turn. I'm going to go ahead and arsenal my card, draw, and pass it to you. I
Fair.
feel like that might happen a lot.
It could. Unfortunately, my turn is not amazing here. All right, Seismic Surge triggers, and then I'm not sure how I managed this hand that I got, but okay, target hero discards a card unless they pay 1. Out of arsenal.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So I think that actually works out because I don't mind seeing this later. Yeah. Okay, I'll pitch a red rune flash to satisfy that cost.
Okay. And then I'm going to pay 1 to activate the Tectonic Plating and created another Seismic Surge token. And then We just do this. This feels good. All right, I will pitch 5 and play another red Glacial Footsteps. 10 damage attack.
Are you fusing this one?
Nope. Have no more cards left in hand. So it's no dominate. You can block all you want.
Gotcha. Problem is I don't want to block. I suppose I should. That would be wise in the long run, I imagine.
Could be.
Okay. So if I think about it, I can. Yeah, why not? That would be an interesting move. I do kind of want to save a few things because you still could have crush effects at some point, so
I could. That is a very Guardian thing to do.
He could. I'm very wary of it. I'll block for 3.
Okay.
And only 3. Any attack reactions?
Pass.
Okay, I'll pass on defense reactions. Go down to 26.
Yep, that's what I have. Yeah, somehow, even though I took my whole deck and I pile shuffled and then shuffled the individual piles together and everything else, I ended up with 3 Glacial Footsteps in my top 10 somehow.
It happens.
It does.
I've come across turns where it's like, this is all Sonatas. This is not what's supposed to happen right now. All right. Let's see here. Oh, do we? Yeah, let's do this. Let's just gamble it away. We're gonna gamble. We're gonna play a Tome of the Arknight from Arsenal.
Okay.
We're gonna pitch this red Mordred Tide to pay for it. We're gonna reveal the top 2.
I've
That's
whipped
an
on this
attack
so many times.
and a non-attack.
Wow.
It is such a gamble. I got a 9th Blade of the Blood Oath and a Runeblood Barrier.
Right.
We have Go again. Ooh, some cards now. But there's the Mordred Tide, so it's it's
right.
kind of sad. All right, I think. Oh, as much as I want to play this right now, probably should. Even though you have big old attacks that I don't like. Yeah. We'll do that now. We're gonna go ahead and play the Runeblood Barrier. It costs 3, so I'll be pitching the yellow 9th Blade of the Blood Oath for 2, and then the Tome of Findall for another 2, and I'll have 1 floating. Ooh, there we go. And Viserai sees a Runeblade card after a non-attack action, so he'll create 1.
And then 3 more for the barrier.
Barrier itself.
Or 4 more, yeah, 4
creates 4, and yep, and then it'll kind of sit around till the end of the turn, and I will go ahead and pass and clean up here.
All right. Well, I do not have, after those first 2 amazing turns, I don't really have that great of a turn, so let's see.
I suppose I'm glad I get to keep my rune tunes. It's the little blessings I have to count.
Okay, let's try this. I'm going to pitch an Amulet of Ice to trigger the Tectonic Plating, create a Seismic Surge token.
Very cool.
Then I'm going to, with 2 floating, and then I'm going to break my Helm of Isen's Peak to get +1 Intellect.
Ooh,
and
okay, yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to pitch another blue, and I'm going to swing with the Anathos for 4.
Only 4, he says.
Only 4.
Only 4. No go again.
Nope.
Okay, all right.
2 cards in hand,
I'll
2 resources
block with
floating.
Meet and greet for 3.
Blocking for 3?
I'll block for 3.
Okay, pass attack reactions.
Attack reactions. I will pass on defense reactions.
Okay.
I'll take one.
But you don't take one, you lose a rune chant.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're a step ahead of me there. There we go. Down to 8, and
All right.
still at 26 left.
And then I'm going to arsenal a card, and then I'm going to drop to 5.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Runeblood Barrier blows up. And we'll go ahead and play a Mordred Tide. We'll go ahead and play an Oath of the Arknight. Cost 2. We'll pitch for 3. We'll have 1 floating. So Viceroy will trigger and
Right.
create 2.
No, he only creates 1.
And,
oh, you played Mordred Tide
so
first.
it's
Sorry.
from the
I thought you played the Mordred
yes,
Tide
yes.
second. You're
And
fine.
then
You're fine.
Oh no. Yeah, it doesn't trigger off of itself.
Yeah.
You are correct. So we got 1/2 from Viceroy, and then
Yep.
it creates a rune chant. +1 from the Tide, and we will put ourselves at 12. We have go again, but we will go ahead and pass here.
Okay.
And clean up and pass it back to you.
All right. So what I'm going to do, we'll see how this works out. Seismic Surge will pop. I'm going to play Tome of Harvests. So as an additional cost, I put the card in my arsenal on the bottom of my deck, and I draw 3 cards.
Ooh.
So now I have 6 cards in hand, which is fun.
Very nice.
All right, let's see how we do this. Oh, wow, that's super fun. I want to do all the things with this hand.
I feel you.
I'm not sure which is the best way to go, but let's see. If I do this here, then I can do this there. Okay, we're going to do that.
That does sound pretty good.
Or do I want to do this? They're both really good.
Which one do you feel is just that little bit spicier?
I think it's this line. Yeah, I can't do both. Both would be great.
Is it the go again? Is that the hang up?
No, it's I have 2 gigantic attacks that I can play, and both of them are good in different ways.
I see.
Okay. We're gonna go with pitch to activate tectonic plating, get a seismic surge token, 2 floating.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play Oaken Old, fusing with both ice and earth.
Okay.
And so what that does is, if it was fused, it gains +2, dominate, and if this hits a hero, they put 2 random cards from their hand on the bottom of their deck in any order. So 9 dominate.
9 would dominate. Wow. Okay. Cool. That makes things interesting.
Right.
And if that hits me, if that hits at all, it's gonna do the 2-hand. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
2 random cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna pass my defense step.
Okay.
Any attack reactions?
Pass it on attack reactions.
I'll play from my hand. Yellow reduced to rune chant. We'll
Okay.
gain a rune chant, and we'll block for 3.
Okay, so you'll take 6.
So we're taking 6. Yeah, we're gonna go down to 20 here.
And then you take 2 random
And
cards from your
do I get to
hand.
choose the card? Random cards. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle them. I'm gonna close my eyes. I know you can't see them, but I'm gonna ask you which 3 cards. I'm just gonna put this away. Which 3 cards would you like?
Well, it's 2 cards.
You have
You
left and
can
right.
you can keep the middle one.
Okay.
The
We'll
other 2 go
see
on the
if that
bottom.
was the one I wanted in just a moment. In any order?
Yeah, in any order
Is that correct?
in any order, yes.
In any order. Sure, that one on top. And I'm gonna tell you what. I got the one card that I wanted. It's not a very effective hand, but it does something.
All right, and then I am
All
going
right.
to arsenal a card,
Okay.
and I'm going to pass and draw 1.
I'm over here. I've started a game of Blitz against you.
But you do have 13 damage
uh,
sitting in the pocket right now, so that's pretty impressive too.
this is true. This is true. I can't complain about that. I'm gonna play a Red Whisper of the Oracle, opt for Go Again, and sculpt my next hand. See if we got anything good. Well, I'm glad I did that because I kind of don't want some of these.
That's good.
Um. Uh. Hmm. But at the same time, they are good blocking fodder. But if you dominate again, well, I'm not much good.
Would I do that?
So, it's possible. Oldhim might.
It is
It looks
possible.
like a tricky sort. All right, I think we put these 2 on the bottom and we keep these 2 on the top,
All right.
and we'll gamble on the other 2. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and clean this up. I'll drop to 4 and pass it to you.
All right.
Hey, some of these look familiar.
So what I'm going to do, well, Seismic Surge is going to pop. We'll put that there. I'm going to pitch 2. So the other attack that I had last time that I could have possibly played was Buckling Blow. To put a -1
Ooh.
counter on your Skeleton. And
Are you running Mangle as well? Don't give me spoilers.
I
Very,
mean, it
very
would
young.
make sense if I was. Um,
Yes, indeed. That's the that's the
so
big reason I don't much like the idea.
right. So I'm gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna play this red Earthlore Surge from my arsenal. My next attack action card I play
Ooh.
this turn gains +5.
Okay, it's that 2 cost slogism. Very nice.
Yes, it's really good, and it's an Earth card. So like I used it to fuse Oakenold last turn and then arsenal it. So that was just great, like to be able to do that with it. So I'm gonna play Thump. Seismic Surge discounts at 1, and then I'm gonna pitch 3. That's 4. So Thump is, while Thump's attack is greater than its base attack, it has Dominate, and if this hits a hero, they discard a card. So that's 11 Dominate.
Oh man, I hate to tell you, this is going very poorly. Um,
Oh,
all right, I think.
Oldhim apparently doesn't pull
Do
punches.
I
That's what I'm learning.
do I gamble that you don't run into Mangle before I'm in a place that I'm ready? I don't think I can gamble that. I don't think so. So I'll block for a grand total of 5 between my grasp and the. Oh yeah, because that's not from hand. Yeah.
Right.
So
So 5
there.
from
So I go
11,
to
so
3.
you take 6. And you discard a
This is
card.
correct. I go down to 4. Indeed. 14.
Okay, I'm gonna put.
I would say I'm a little bit bloodied here. Let's see. I
Seems
will
like.
be discarding
But on the plus side, this
this.
turn I did not have an extra resource to create another Seismic Surge token, and I didn't have a card left to Arsenal, so
I was wondering about that.
I had to use
Well,
everything.
I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. I'm gonna play a red. Read the runes. Create 1, 2, and So we'll put ourselves, we're at 16. And I'll go ahead and clean that up. Put this card in Arsenal, draw up, and pass it back to you.
All right. So, unfortunately, I got a pretty good hand off the top. So
You're telling me I should have brought the Unbreakables.
I pitch 6, play Yellow Glacial Footsteps for 9 damage, and I will Ice Fuse it to give it Dominate.
Okay. How much is it coming in for? 7?
9 Dominate.
Or 9? 9. Okay, I see. Do. Just a casual 9.
Yeah, just casual 9.
Hmm. Actually, I think this might be the better play. I'll block for 3 for right
Okay.
now. I'll block for 3. Any attack reactions?
Pass attack reactions.
I'll pass on defense reactions. So I'm gonna take 6, go down
Yep.
to 8.
Yep, that's what I have. And then I'm gonna Arsenal this last card and pass and draw.
Okay. I will go ahead and play Oath of the Arknight from Arsenal, cost 2. So I'll pitch this 9th Blade of the Blood Oath, and it will create a rune chant token.
Yep.
And it has go again, so I'll follow up with a red Read the Runes. Viscera will create one after the 3. So 3, we're at 20.
Okay.
Plus 1 from Viscera, we are at 21.
All right.
We will then consider arsenaling this card. We'll arsenal this card. And draw up and pass it back to you.
Okay. Let me see if
If
I
I
can
survive
do
this
all
turn.
the things that I want to do right now.
All the things.
I actually think I'm 1 off from all the things that I want to do.
Oh.
All right. So instead, we should do this. It's interesting that the new cards don't actually have crush on them. They just do a bunch of damage, and that's good enough, I guess.
I mean, it hurts a lot. I can tell you that.
All right, I'm going to play Polar Blast out of my arsenal. It's the blue one, so it's target opponent may pay 1. If they don't, the next attack this turn gains a Dominate.
Oh, how interesting.
I think it's really neat because it's like, if you pay, then you're still losing a card from hand, so then you have less to block with, which is kind of a neat.
Right. It also makes me a little bit sad because I was going to use one of these cards for next turn. But I think it's worth paying. I'll play with a yellow meet and greet, and I'll have one floating.
All right. So then I'm going to pitch to play. Yeah, that's the right way to do it. Red Snow Under, and I'll fuse it with a Channel Lake Frigid. So it is a 7 attack. It's not dominated because you paid the 1. However, if it was fused, if it hits, it creates a Frostbite token under your control.
Ooh, remind me what that does.
Basically, the first action that you take on your after you have the Frostbite token costs an additional resource to play.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I will pass on my defense step. Any attack reactions?
Pass on attack reactions.
I'm not dead yet, but I will go ahead and play a defense reaction. I'll play red reduced to rune chant, and I'll play
Okay.
rune chant. And do you have any attack reactions after that?
Pass.
Cool. I'll play a yellow reduced turn gen, and I'll block for 7. And we'll
Oh,
go up to 23.
nice. Okay.
Just in the nick of time.
I will arsenal the last card in my hand and we'll go on.
Okay. Oh boy. We're at 23. 23. Hmm. I don't know. I don't think I can handle another dominated attack very well. Just my humble opinion. Hmm.
Who's to say? Who's to say?
26. This is true. This is true. I've held on. Hmm. So 23 is 12. Reveal 15, get 7. 26 would be 13, 16, could get 8. Difference of 1 card. I don't think is worth it. So I will go ahead and just play Sonata Arconics, and I will at instant speed break Bloodsheath Skeleton to pay
Okay.
for it. Um,
Well,
we are
in
going
order
to be
just in
reducing.
order to set up the pay discount, you have to pop skeleton first.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was at instant speed. You could do that in the same way, but since you've
Yeah.
corrected that for me, I will.
Yeah, you're
I'll go ahead
fine.
and lay it
You
outright.
just pop that first
So
and then
instant speed.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'll do that, and we're popping it for
23.
23. It'll be 22
So it's 11.
divided by 2. Yes. So it'll be 11 plus 3, so we'll
14.
do 14,
Yep.
and I'll kind of sort them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Wow.
10, 11, 12, 13. That was 13. What are we at? 14. Okay,
Yeah, I
14.
think. Yeah,
Because it
the
was
last
11
time
plus
I
3.
played the deck that you're playing, when I went off for like 10 or 11 with Sonata, I popped 7 non-attacks, uh 2 defense reactions and an attack, a blue meet and greet.
So far, my worst was getting like 2 or 3 cards in the hand, and it really hurts. So those 2 are reactions. They won't
Yeah,
count for anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 non-attacks, and we have one,
should be
two,
like
three,
6,
four, 5.
5.
5 attacks. Um, yeah, 5, 6, 7 plus 7. Yeah, 14. So we have 7 and 5. So you'll get to decide whether or not you want to take 5 arcane, and these 5
Yep.
will go into my hand. These all get shuffled.
I should have played that last turn. That's interesting. All right, I will. I'll pitch and block one of the 5 with the no room boot, so I'll take 4.
Okay. 36. Okay.
And then can you tell me what the 5 attacks are so I know?
I absolutely will. I'm actually going to leave them revealed as well.
Okay.
2 enlightened strikes,
Okay.
1 rune flash red,
Okay.
1 blue meet and greet,
Okay.
and 1 yellow spellblade assault.
Okay. So 3 reds, a yellow, and a blue. Got it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have go again. So we've shuffled. We'll go ahead and banish it now. We know that we've played a non-attack action. All right, and we still have the attack discount.
Yep.
Okay. I have some
Which kind of
decisions
sucks
to
on
make
like half your
here.
cards.
This is true. This is true. I have decision to make whether or not I try to go fishing for something better like a ninth blade or hmm. Or I could just try and push damage. So 23. There's just shy of enough damage to even get through 36. So I guess I am going to end up being set up for next turn. Okay. Thankfully, I can actually play the whole hand, nearly.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, each of the Enlightened
Yeah.
Strikes eat a card.
Right, so. Hmm. Forgive me while I do rune chant math.
You're absolutely fine. I think one way or another, this game has about 3 or 4 more turns left.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, either you or me. I think you're
That's
gonna get
true.
me down low enough that we're both gonna be swinging and we're both gonna have to be blocking. It's here coming up.
That's true. That's true. All right. I think either I go for it now or I go for it later. I think I need to go for it now. And I think I need to. Hmm. I really want to gameplay it. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do I'm going to break time skippers,
Okay,
and I will gain 2 action points.
right.
Just make sure I understood that correctly.
You have 2 action points.
So we currently have 2 action points. I am then going to. Man. This is the choice point.
Yep.
Do I play Spellblade Assault now, try and keep rolling with the rune chance, or do I play Enlightened Strike, use one of those to draw a card, and try to hit a Ninth Blade or something? But all of the rune chance will be gone, so I'm really just gonna be setting up for the next turn. So I think,
Right, and it eats your discount on a 0 cost attack.
yeah, that's the other big sad point of that. Yeah, I think. Well, I do kind of want to end with Spellblade Assault. I think I kind of actually need to start with it. So I'm going to use the discount on Spellblade Assault, and
Okay,
we will go down to 1 action point. So we no longer need to keep that around. So we'll play Spellblade Assault. Skeleta's discount is gone.
right.
And our triggers are as follows: 23 Rune Chance coming your way, and
Yep,
Viscerai will make 1,
that's right.
and it will create 2 more that will sit tight.
All right, so
So
23 rune
23, and
chance.
then 3.
So
And then 3 on the attack.
I'm gonna spend the remaining 2 I had floating to block 2 of them, and then I will take 21.
Okay, yep, 21. So 16, 5. So you are at 15, is that correct?
Yep. Oh, I
Okay.
just noticed I had taken away my
Oh, nice.
life overlay for my opponent because I was streaming something else that didn't need life. But there you
That's
go.
really cool. Alrighty, so there we go. And then any blocks for the 3 physical?
Um, interesting. Do I want to do that? Probably not. Um, no blocks on the 3 physical.
Okay. No attack reactions. Any defense reactions?
Nope, I'll take 3.
Okay, put it to 12.
Yep.
All right, we have the one floating action point.
Yep.
We will go ahead and play with our discount Rune Flash Red, coming in with 3 Rune Chance. Viceroy will create 1 to stay, 3 Rune Chance, and then 4 attack.
Okay, I will not block the Rune Chance.
Okay, going down to 9.
And then I will block the 4 with 2 block equipment.
Okay. Now, we have go again. It comes down to these.
Right.
You have 1 card in hand?
I have 3 cards in hand. And 1 in arsenal.
Nice. I see, I see. Ooh, now that's an interesting plan. Pardon me for a moment. I like that plan. I like that plan a lot. Okay. I'll play 1 Enlightened Strike.
Okay.
1 Rune Chance. We are going to put this card on the bottom.
Okay. And what mode are you giving?
And we're going to choose to go again.
Okay.
So we have 1 Rune Chant, and we're coming in for 5 with go again.
5 with go
No
again.
Rune Chant is created. Correct.
All right. I'm going to...
Did you want to take the Rune Chant?
I'm deciding right now.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I will take the 1 Rune Chant.
Down to 8.
And then I will block 5.
Okay. Alrighty. No attack reactions. Any defense reactions?
Nope.
Okay, cool. We have go again. So
Yep.
I'm going to pitch this to break my Crown of Dichotomy, and I'm going
Okay.
to put a Runeblade non-attack action and a Runeblade attack action on the top of my deck
You got it.
before I clean it. I'm going to choose... Oh, what am I going to choose? Kind of want Ninth Blade, but I don't have any discounts.
Right. No discounts and no Rune Chants now, so...
Right. Runeblood is interesting, but
Definitely
I could also
is.
gamble with Tome. Alright. So here's where we're at. I have to take an attack, so I might as well take a big one. Well, no, I could take one with go again. And blue. That's nice. Blue is nice.
Yeah, because you could always take an attack that you plan on just pitching.
It's really between Mordred Tide and Reduce the Runes. Or, sorry, Read the Runes.
Right.
But I have to plan on blocking something. So let's take...
I mean, you could
Mordred
not.
Tide, because at worst I can take to words escape. Words do words good. All right, so those go on top
Yep.
from the crown. I've gone ahead and cleaned up, and I will go ahead and draw 3, 4.
Okay.
And we'll pass it to you. Grasp. There we go. Words came back to me.
All right, my turn is going to be fairly simple now. I really wish I could have kept 1 more of these cards, but I will swing with Anathos for 4.
For 4. Anything in hand?
Nope. 1 card in arsenal, no resources.
Nothing. Okay. I have to remember that this next turn is still very much up in the air.
Definitely, this is really close,
For
actually.
four, I'll block for one with grasp.
Okay,
And I will take three, and grasp will have no more block on it.
that's
So I'll then
right.
do, what is that, five?
All right.
Mm. If only I had more time to be patient. I'm gonna play that Mordred Tide.
Okay,
Oops. And then
we have all
we'll
the
go
time in the
ahead
world here.
and we will pick. You say that, but single dominate comes through, and I'm pretty bad off here. Um, I will go ahead and pitch a meet and greet blue to grasp here, and that will leave us with one floater. With Mordred Tide, we actually create 1+1, so we'll have
Yep,
two. And then we'll play a blue Oath of the Arknight. It costs two, so we'll pitch this red to satisfy that cost. Viserai will see a Rune Blade non-attack and give us
yep,
1+1 with the Tide. And it will create a Rune Chant token itself, which is 1+1 with the
yep.
Tide. We'll go up to 6. And with that, we'll go ahead and clean up here.
Not a bad
And
turn.
not bad, but I feel like I should have kept some pressure on you. I'm not sure. The end game is the hardest part. You only get to do it once.
Right.
Do you?
All right, what do we want to do here? I think I'm going to pitch, create a seismic surge token. One floating. Then I'm going to play Snow Under for 7. No on hit effects, just pure, just big 7 damage coming in.
No dominate?
No dominate this time.
Okay. Okay. um, hmm. For 7?
For
No
7.
go again?
No go again.
For 7. Alright, well, at worst I get pummeled, and I live and have no cards in hand, so, I suppose I'm okay with that. I'll block for 7, 2, 2, and 3.
Okay.
2 Malgarian Skies and 1 Mini Flash.
Okay, draw 3. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it simple and arsenal this card, draw up, and pass it back to you.
Makes sense. Oh, I'm so
Figure why
close.
push it. We had a big parent
So close to what I want to do, and
to
it's
doing all the things.
I'm like one resource off where I want to be here.
Are you working up that coup de grace?
I'm trying really hard.
I love a good finisher, so by all means,
All
one of
right,
us will get it.
this is what we're gonna do. So seismic surge popped. I'm gonna pitch a yellow righteous cleansing to play a red polar blast. You have to pay 3 or my next attack gains dominate.
Oh, that does not sound very pleasing at all. I'll pitch a blue Malvarian Skies
You have too many
to
blues.
prevent that. Well, that's funny you say that. The original idea behind the deck was, oh, I'm not going to pay for anything, so I'll build an all discount deck. That didn't work so well. So I was like, I'm just going to curve out with super blue.
All right, so I'm gonna pitch 2 more. That'll put me at 3, and I'm gonna play red buckling blow. It's an 8 damage attack, and it has crush. Put an egg 1 counter on one of your equipment that you no longer have any room for counters on.
I see. Coming in for 7?
8.
Oh, 8. My bad. 8. Okay. All right. Hmm. It's getting
A little
a little
dicey.
cramped over here. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Oh boy. Um,
I can't have a bad turn
how
now. If
many
I
in
have a
hand?
bad turn, then I just lose. So
That seems like something we could both say.
yeah,
Any in hand?
nothing in hand. One card in arsenal.
Nothing in hand. Perfect. Okay. No pummel. Always afraid of the pummel. Blocking for 3. Any attack reactions?
Nope, pass.
Okay. Yellow reduced to rune chant as that, so I'll go up to 7, and I'll block for 3, so I'm at a total of 6. Anything after that?
Nope, you take 2.
I'm going down to 3. I am sweating a little bit.
I am too, actually. I'm a little scared of those rune chants.
All right, so I'm going to clean this up as we head into my turn. Oh boy. Well, with a full hand though, 7 at best takes like, I don't know, 2 blues out of your hand, which I suppose makes your turn a lot harder, but
Right.
well, you don't have a surge, so that's also true.
I do not have a
Oh
surge. You are
boy.
right.
Uh, oh, you know what? It just dawned on me. I'm gonna play Yellow Whisper of the Oracle, opt 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh man. Hmm. As much as I really want to take my time here, I feel like I have to get some kind of tempo. I just get crushed to
That
death.
seems reasonable.
So I think this is my move here. I will keep them in such and such an order,
Okay.
and I will play from Arsenal a Sonata Arconix. We're doing it for 0, so we're just going
Right.
to reveal the top 3. It's an attack, a non-attack, and a non-attack. We've revealed Mordred, Become,
Okay.
and a Red Rune Flash.
Red rune flash.
Would you like to block the 1 arcane? Yes, Red Rune Flash.
No, I will not block the one
Uh,
arcane. I'll go to 7.
okay, I'll do that and shuffle up while I consider what exactly my next move is. I think I
Is
only
rune
have one.
rune flash is the one that's reduced by the number of rune chants you have, right?
Correct. It
Okay.
would be 4 go again, cost 3, and it is reduced. Um, do I play the patience game? I'm at 7 right now. If I draw a ninth blade, that would be spicy, but I have to go another turn. And a single dominate attack is bad news bears for me, because I can't put anything in arsenal that would block right now. So I think we're back at it again. I think we
The
gotta
nice thing
attack.
for
So I'm gonna
you
go ahead and finish
versus
this.
Oldhim compared to Bravo is that Bravo has dominate just on his card. I actually have to get cards that have dominate on them.
That's true.
Or
That
play
being
like
said,
Polar Blast where
there's
you
the
have to pay
weird.
to stop the dominate.
That's actually really handy to know. And it doesn't ease my fear very much, but
Right.
it, it is encouraging. I feel like I have a chance. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this Rune Flash.
Okay.
It's discounted to 0, coming at you for 7. Viceroy will create one that will not go because we've played a non-attack action.
Right.
Oh, forgive me. He created one when we played Sonata
Oh,
Arconix
you're
as
right.
well.
You're right. There should be 2
So
there. Well, actually
that's so
no.
that's
It should be one that's coming at me,
right.
not one. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes. So we're at 8 there and 1 here. You are on top of it here. So we
All
have
right.
8 arcane and then 4 physical with go again.
Okay. So if I do this, then I take 2 and I go to 5. And then it's how much physical? 3? 4?
4, 4.
4.
Yep.
Okay, so if I block this, okay, that might be all right.
Do you have any armor left?
I do. I have two, one on each of these.
Oh man, that always gets me at the end.
So I think my best bet. Okay. Wait, that blocks 3, so that's just better to not pitch to a rune chant. All right, so I'm gonna pitch 6 to block 6 of the rune chants.
Okay, so you'll take 2.
Yep. And then defense,
Okay.
block for 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Did you want to block for 5 if I'm only coming in for 4? I don't have any
Oh, you're right.
cards in my
Yeah, I'll
hand.
block for 4. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it. You got
Okay.
it. So with that, I will go ahead and pass this, clean it all up. We've already banished Sonata, so I'll draw up and pass it back to you.
Man, so close. I would have
I will
came at you
clutch my
with a
rune
very
chant
large attack
immediately.
if you would have chose to wait one more turn. I would have swung at you for like 12.
Ooh, this is the gamble now.
Right. Okay, so all I'm going to
Who
do
holds the
is
tempo?
I'm going to pitch. I'm going to create a seismic surge token. Um, and then with the 2 remaining, I'm going to play Channel Lake Frigid.
Okay.
So what this
What does
does,
that do?
cards and activated abilities, opposing heroes an additional resource, and then it has Channel Ice. So before, like at the start of my end step, I have to take and put a counter on Channel Lake Frigid. And then for each counter on it, I have to take a card with the ice type and put it at the bottom of my deck. If I can't do that, the channel goes away. So
Interesting.
I pitched a nice
Interesting.
card to play
So
it, so that was 1.
gotcha.
So next at the end of
So
my next turn I have to do
all of
2.
my all of my
Everything.
abilities and anything I do costs 1. What
An
was it?
extra 1, yeah.
Okay, interesting. So does that mean okay, activated abilities, right? Okay.
Yes.
So not triggered abilities. That's okay. I'm not afraid. uh,
Perfectly reasonable then.
uh okay. So everything's gonna cost 1. All cards that I play is gonna cost 1.
1 extra, yeah. So if there's free, then they cost
Oh
1.
man, I gotta be honest. I don't like that. That makes me 1 off of where I wanted to be.
That's the goal.
Um, I mean, I could swing with Dread Scythe for 3 plus the 1 arcane. Um, that would only cost 4. Oh, plus the rune chant that would pop. That would be lethal.
If I don't block.
Right. Well, that would just force a block, at least on one end. Oh boy. Um, I guess that means that I can only play 2 out of the 3 things that I really wanted to play.
Okay.
So the question is which 2, and I think it needs to be something that presents damage. So I'll the urge to save something for later is strong, but I don't think that that's gonna be because it would cost 2 turns to set up, and I don't have the time for that.
Right.
3 life, I gotta go fast. So I think where that puts us. You know what? Hold on a second. I was onto something a moment ago. So that would cost 3 plus 1 because it's cost 3 plus your frigid.
Right.
So that costs 4, 5. Uh, yeah, no, I can present something. I can present something. So I'll play Whisper of the Oracle, yellow. It costs 0 plus
Yep.
1. I will pitch this blue, which will leave me with 2.
That's right.
And I'll opt 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm gonna be drawing a full hand next turn, so I mean, virtually anything that blocks for 3 is great at this point.
Yep.
Um, yeah, we can.
And also remember, this doesn't go away to the end of my turn unless I can channel it. So that means that like defense reactions and stuff like that also cost an additional 1.
Right. But if they're discounted, the discount will be taken after.
Yep.
But that is something good to think about. Um, I Yeah, actually that's not a bad set of cards. I don't know what I'd do with it, but I'll keep it on top. I'll then go ahead and I'll go ahead and swing the Dread Scythe. It costs 3 plus 1. I have 2. So
Okay.
I will play this I'll pitch this meet and greet for another 3. Um
So you'll have
and I'll be left
1.
with 1 floating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Um so we have 1 arcane coming at you.
Yep.
And then
And then 1 arcane from
additionally,
it.
there's a second arcane
Yeah.
whenever I swing. Yeah, so there's 2 arcane. If you're dealt damage by it, you can't gain life during your next action phase, and then its attack will come in for 3.
Okay. So it's 5 total.
Yes.
Um.
Figured that was more threatening than a
And you don't have go
2
again, right?
attack. Correct. Just 1 card in hand, 1 floating. Sadly, we have no scythe tech like Razor Reflex.
I wish I had one more card here. One more resource. Um.
I feel like that's come up several times, and I think it's going to keep happening for as long as this is the meta.
Yeah. It's very interesting. So if I block that and I block that, because I don't want to leave myself at 1. That is bad news.
Yes, I would like that. So I
Yeah.
understand why you wouldn't.
Um. So if I do, I can take 3. So if I block that and there, that's 3. Okay, I'm not going to take the. I'm not going to block the arcane. I'll take 2 arcane.
Okay, going down to 3.
And then I will block 3 on the scythe.
Okay, blocking 3 on the side. You may gain life your next action phase if you so choose. I will go ahead and wrap up, put this card in Arsenal, and clean this up here. I would like to see,
All right.
probably.
Seismic search.
See if I made the right
And then I'm going to play Red Mangle, pitching Rouse the Ancients. So it's 8 attack. Has a crush effect that if it crushes, deals 4 or more, then I can destroy target equipment with a -1 counter on it.
Gotcha. Okay. With 8. I think I'm gonna have to be patient here either way. Um, hmm.
I was very close to making this a much bigger attack,
Yeah.
and you wisely did not allow me to do that.
This is a tough tough, grindy part of the game now,
Yep.
where we're both very clearly capable of wiping the other off.
If we
Oh
just get the
boy,
right combination of stuff
eight.
and have that little bit of lack of pressure.
Yes. Eight, you say?
8. 8, I say.
Okay. Eight, he say. Okay. All right. Oh, if only I had. This is no bueno. I need something that I don't have, and I know that I don't have it. Okay. If well, you know what? If it takes me several turns to get there, that's not bad if I can survive. So maybe, and maybe I just draw into it next turn. Who knows?
Maybe.
Oh boy. Um,
I think you have one Sonata left in your deck.
I do. We've banished two of them, and there's not another in the discard. But the the thing I need is attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And while Sonata gets me attacks, I don't know. Maybe this is my last hurrah. Maybe I do a big push here and just try to push that. Cause are
Maybe.
you out of armor?
I'm out of armor. Completely out of armor.
Okay. All right. So we're both bare here in the frigid cold.
Yes.
Oh, if only I want to be patient so badly. Um, I can't block for 5. I have to block for at least 6.
Yes.
So this makes it so difficult. Boy. Okay. Um, I'll tell you what. I'll That is interesting. They are both blues. That one costs an extra card to discard to use, so maybe that's too expensive right now. So maybe I'll keep this in hand. And just with the flexibility. The trouble you've gotten me into here. Okay. All right. I Oh boy.
Oldhim's been around for
I
1,000 years. He
think
knows all about patience and pressure.
he does. He does. And I think the mistake here, as much as I've actually been thinking about replacing the card, was removing the card to make room for another card, because right
Uh,
here it would be pretty good. Um, yeah, I'll go ahead. I will look for an opening. I will block for exactly 8.
okay.
3, 6, plus 2 from the last Arconics for 8.
No attack reactions.
Okay, no defense reactions. I
I'll
steal
arsenal my
3.
last card,
Okay.
and
Do
the
you
Channel Lake Frigid
trigger?
goes away.
Thank you. Much nice warm breeze. Okay. I will move to my end step. I will not play a card. I will not remove my
That
card
seems
first.
reasonable.
I'll draw 3 to a full hand. Ooh. You've probably got what, like half of your deck left?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I am at about a third, I would reckon. I've got
All
to
right.
slow down. Well, I mean, 3 life left. I don't know.
I'm gonna pitch and
Okay.
play Polar Blast Red out of my arsenal. Target opponent may
Okay.
pay 3. If they don't, my next attack gains Dominate.
That doesn't sound very good. I will pay when they become the Arc Knight, which is blue.
Okay. And then I am going to play Thump, pitching another blue. So that leaves me at 1 floating, I think. 3, 6, 4, 5. Yes, 1 floating. 6 6 attack. If it has attack greater than its base, it has dominate, which it does not right now.
Gotcha. What's the cost on the card?
4.
4. Okay. So you're not quite at pummel money, and you can't razor it. I assume you don't have any ancestral empowerments in your deck, so
I don't have any of those in my
you'll
deck.
be
You are right.
okay. Oh, but you know what the problem is? I need 2 cards to go off, and I have to block with 2 of them. So I'll only have 1. This makes me sad.
It's that patience you were talking
Oh
about.
boy.
See, I
It
miscounted, and I should
is.
have created a seismic surge token with that leftover 1, but I didn't. So
Oh, because you won't have go again.
right,
I see. I see.
mistakes abound.
I think I have to part ways with these 2 amplify the Arc-Knights blocking for 6.
I'll allow it.
I appreciate that.
I will arsenal my last card, and we'll do this dance again.
Okay. I will once again pass to draw
Okay.
and hope that I find something real shiny. You know what? I think it's in there somewhere. I think there's hope for me yet now that I consider it. Oh yeah, it's in there somewhere.
I have an
I forgot.
interesting
Uh,
hand.
are we talking mashed potatoes here, or are we talking?
I talking potentially magic.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a gamble.
I played that game. This game has been a few of those.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna play Tome of Harvests, bottoming this card
Okay.
and drawing 3.
Okay. That puts you at 5.
Puts me at 5.
Okay. Those are
That's
big numbers
interesting.
here in the end.
I'm 1 card off greatness. And that, you know what? That seismic surge token that I didn't play last turn stopped me from winning the game right now.
This has been a lesson in the making.
It is. All right. So what we're going to do to correct that is you have all 4 cards.
I do 4 cards and 1 in arsenal. Are you going to remedy that solution?
All right. I'm going to seismic search and then oh, that's interesting. Do I do this or do I do that? I think that this is better. All right. Pitch 1, play Blue Polar Blast, pay 1, or my next attack gains dominate.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, we can't have that.
I mean, you could.
So
Maybe
I
I don't have an
suppose.
attack.
I feel like the likelihood of that is slim at best.
Probably. But it's possible.
will. I will pay 1 with this enlightened strike.
Okay. Then I'm going to play Red Snow Under. It's just 7 attack.
Just 7.
Just 7.
You know, I'm beginning to think that what I just did was a mistake. Just 7. Oh, just 7.
You gotta love those
No,
breakpoints.
I. Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, I can certainly part with one of these, but the other one makes this difficult.
Because you got to block for
If
what?
I give you
5 at
two,
least.
yeah, that would put me at one. I mean, I could just shove the whole hand, and block it all, but I feel like that puts me a step back. Um. Oh boy. I'm now seeing more uses for those new creeper boots in the
Yeah.
future. Okay. All right. Well, this seems like a way out. The problem is keeping something that can do it. It could happen
You never
if
know.
I draw just right. Just right. On the other hand, I go down to one. So yeah, maybe that's a poor choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably just block for 6 here.
Okay.
Any attack reactions?
Nope, pass.
No defense reactions. Go down to 2. So I think I made a mistake here, and I probably should have kept the Enlightened Strike in my hand and maybe used that
To cycle?
because it's 0
Maybe.
cost. I mean, I still have to right, yeah, and look for something. But I mean, I only have one card in hand either way, so it is a little rough. All right, my go.
Yep.
Oh, well, here we are again. I don't know that we'll go to fatigue. I doubt that I can hold out that long. But getting a little thin over here. Okay, here we are. We're ready for you. I reckon this is the turn you probably wipe me out, but we played valiantly to get here.
If only that was the way.
No. Surely. Surely Oldhim has something up his frigid sleeves.
I would I would like that to be the case.
You've always got a hammer swing, which is, at this point,
Oh,
lethal.
did you just pass? Is that what you did? I was waiting for your turn.
I did, yeah. No, sorry, I drew up and passed.
Okay.
Once again.
So seismic surge pops. I'm gonna pitch, make another one. Um, and then I'm going to pitch an Anathos for 6.
Okay, for 6, here we are. Critical moments.
Critical moments.
Um, okay.
So I've actually just, I've just gone all the way through my deck. The hand I just drew was the cards that I initially just pitched in the very first turn.
Oh, wow.
So I'm
For
now through
6,
my
you
deck.
say?
Yeah, 6.
Wow. Well, I've shuffled a few times, so I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna block for exactly 6 with a become and an amplify.
Okay. Bottom.
All right.
I'm going to put one card in Arsenal. I think it's going to be this one. And then I'll draw 3.
Okay. Oh, you know what? This is not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, it's still pretty bad, but you ready?
I am.
This is gonna be the saddest Mordred you've ever seen. A Mordred?
Okay.
And we have 0 rune, so we're gonna pitch this uh Runeblood Barrier for 2 to create a rune chant +1 with Mordred.
Oh, wow.
And then we're gonna arsenal card. The saddest. But we have a card in arsenal. We put that on the bottom. We're drawing up. We
Okay,
have 2 rune chants.
I think this might be it.
Uh,
This was my turn 2 hand.
I think
Um,
we're at the end here.
so seismic pops. So my next guardian attack action, it costs 1 less. Then I'm going to pitch blue Chill to the Bone to play Rouse the Ancients from my arsenal, showing you 2 attacks for 10.
That
So
would do it.
so it is 7 with Go Again.
Oh boy. I think this is the end. You spelled it out word for word. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll block for 6.
Okay?
Any reactions?
Nope. Let's take 1.
Okay, going to 1.
And then actually I could have played this blue pummel just now and probably ended it too. But Glacial Footsteps for 10.
I can block for 5. That's the best I got.
All right. Got there.
Oh man, I was really hoping to get a little bit of life out of this Toma Fendal. There's only one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
By another parent.
But you couldn't keep any
Oh
cards in
boy.
hand, so you would have had like you'd get like
Yeah,
2 life out of it.
it would buy me like another couple of scrabbling turns. So for so long I had this become the Arcanite in, and then I drew Runeblood Barrier, and I knew if I could get that off, I'd be able to set up for a turn.
Right.
But I couldn't keep 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, the
Wow.
second or third turn of the game, I pitched the that Righteous Cleansing and the Glacial Footsteps together.
Yeah.
Um, so that was like my second or third turn pitches that I just drew into that turn, which was pretty good because I kept a
Did
blue
you
in my
intend?
hand and that Rouse in the arsenal. So
Yeah. Did you intend to come back around to him?
I didn't know if I would get back around to them, but the intention was that if I pitch these two together, I should be able to play one of them when I finally get to them again. And when I
Nice.
drew the hand before it,
For
which was
me,
2 Rouse the Ancients, which was my first pitches, I was like, okay, I'll arsenal one of the Rouses. At the very least, I'll be able to attack for 7 and then swing for 6 with Anathos or whatever.
ooh, that is really good.
That was a game.
My word, I can't believe I clung on for so long.
I was
I'll be
super
honest.
worried that you were going to end up getting enough rune chance on a turn when I drew like 4 reds that I could block them all. Or
Right.
that up until like
So,
the turn you got the Sonata, I was afraid you were going to be able to Sonata for like 4 or 5 and then get like 2 Arcane on me.
yeah, I at that one point I had the choice of like, well, do I take the Sonata and have this potential, or do I do because I mean I could only have one card in hand, so
Mm-hmm.
or do I keep the Become the Arcanite? And I kept the Become the Arcanite. I'm still not sure that was the right play. I think what would have really helped me is I had taken out the Dread Triptychs, and having 0 rune chance after your big turn. I mean, that would certainly have helped me get back
Oh yeah,
off the
especially if
ground.
you would have drew it on the turn when you had the Mordred Tide, because it creates so many rune chance.
Exactly. So, I guess I suppose I'll have to rethink my stance on those a little bit more thoroughly. Um, but that being said, I also realize now that not hitting a ninth Blade of the Blood Oath on that big turn also really hurts.
Yes.
Up until now, I've been lucky enough to get one anytime I have that turn,
Mm-hmm.
and I did not realize how much value that adds.
Yeah, it would have been huge because I would have had to completely block out that turn, and not got anything to like swing back and kind of try and get tempo back. That would have been a big deal, I think.
Absolutely. So I think I've learned a good bit about this, not just about Oldhim, but kind of in general. This has been really fun. I think I'm looking forward to more Oldhim matches. I was really worried that it was gonna like really grind out the mid game,
Mm-hmm.
even where I'm not attacking. But that didn't feel too bad.
No, it felt like for me that I was trying to just keep ahead of your rune chant generation. Like if I could squeak out
Yeah,
enough damage, because like when you were at 20 rune chants, I knew that also like presented another at least 10 in physical on top of it. So I'm like, I've got to get
right.
to the point where I'm at least even with that before you pop them.
Yeah. And usually I try and wait till 26, 28. But where I was down to what, like 8 life, I
Mm-hmm.
realized this is not going to go on for much longer. And maybe I could have been a little bit more patient, because it is the point to push as much damage at once as I can.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something interesting to look for in the future, is kind of like ways to push that turn off a little bit longer.
Yeah, and
Um,
I think these polar
but
blasts,
it's
the
really
red
interesting.
ones, are really, really good. Making your opponent either pay 3 or eat the dominate is a really tough choice to put on them.
Absolutely. And even with my blue heavy deck, that still kind of hurt because I usually want those blues to play something.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think that that's going to be a huge push in the meta. Absolutely. And that lake, um,
Yeah, Channel Lake
where so many of
Frigid.
the things that I want to play are hero. Oh, that was amazing. Is that a mythic or a legendary?
Um, it's a majestic, so you
Oh.
can run 3 of them.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, majestic. That's
Um,
amazing. That's probably the thing that I'm gonna have to look out for in the future.
yeah, and it was interesting. Like the other thing I was trying to race to by going through my deck was I was trying to get um, to where so I have exposed to the elements in my deck, which is another new card. Um, but what it does is if I play it as an instant and I fuse it with Earth, I can put a -1 counter on an equipment. So like I could
Oh,
do things like if you block with the Skeleton, I could put a -1 counter on it, and then at the end of the chain, it gets the other one, and then it blows up.
yeah. So I was really wary, even just with Mangle.
Yeah, and that was
That's
the other
that's
thing
gonna be
is
really brutal too.
if I could just put the -1 on it, if I got to Mangle, then that would make Mangle like a must block out to keep, from blowing up your armor.
It's gonna be really interesting moving into the future, kind of like seeing how this goes. Absolutely.
Yep. Well, thank you for the game. It was a lot of fun. If you want, I'll let you know when the VOD goes up on YouTube. If you want to look at
Sure, I'll bring my notebook. I'll
that.
write down some lessons here. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
You too. Bye. So that was the first time I've played Oldhim in Classic Constructed. That was a ton of fun, especially against Viserai. There was a stretch there at the end where I made some bad choices, um, where I think I should have played a little bit slower, blocked a little bit more, and got one of the Glacial Footsteps in my arsenal to just end it with Dominate. But I drug it out a little bit, and it still turned out okay. I was really worried though that they were going to catch me on a turn with a bunch of arcane damage that I wasn't going to be able to prevent. But all in all, it was a really great game, and it was a lot of fun to play. I want to thank everybody who's watching, either on Twitch or on YouTube. Thanks again, Gary Dubs and Newmaster25 for the follows. Um, I stream Flesh and Blood on Tuesdays. I stream Ashes Reborn on Wednesdays. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.